Okay, so let's keep catching up with videos, shall we? We're going to review that. This is Transformers Power of the Primes, War for Cybertron, Siege, whatever it is. Pretty sure it's Siege. Lionizer. Which is one of the dumbest names I've heard in a very long time for Transformers, but still, you know. And that's not just the ones going back to like the 80s, you know, like Erector. Lionizer. Sure. And it is a little pseudo lion-ish transformer, although if that's an Autobot symbol, it is one of the smallest ones I've ever seen. So kudos to that, but the face doesn't say lion, does it? It looks more like a wolf. Arms and stuff, reasonable bit of detail, they're fine. They're on little ball joints in the shoulder, well, hips. It's got this gun on its back, like some kind of Zoid. But it makes more sense if you fold it over and have it as a tail. Go on, camera, play the game. Makes a little bit more sense. And that's fine, yeah. Neat enough little thing, a little bit messy. But it doesn't scream lion. It looks more like a wolf or something to me. So Lionizer is a bit of a dumb name. Plus lions, you always think yellow, like Steeljaw. This ain't yellow. Whatever. It's nice enough, I guess. I mean, Power of the Primes tailgate, the... Hang on, 1 second. Viper, Visper, whatever it is, set. So they're quite small. Oh, he's quite small, rather. And he's fine, I guess. And he comes with a blast effect. Like a blowpipe comes with this. I know I haven't reviewed blowpipe. Maybe I'll do that in a minute. Who knows? But that you can attach to things like it's shooting. You can attach to them like they've been shot. Not that I have, because what I want to know is, what are you supposed to do with this? What's that for? Because what it is you can plug it into the back of the tail using peg, tab, peg. And now he's got that. So can he like stab things with it? No. It's for his alternate mode. So we'll take that off for a minute. And yeah, it's... So I think the reason they want you to do that is apparently you can also just pop this off, and it's got a tiny little handle there that maybe things could use it as a sword. But I don't know anything with a hand that small. Maybe blowpipe? No, blowpipe doesn't have a hand. So what's that for? Don't know. Let's pop it back on. Hope I haven't broken it. Good. The reason why they say, oh, leave it like that, because that's how a tail works, is because to transform it, you've got to fold the tail all the way over and tab it into place. So if you have it just out the back, then there's no transformation. Don't get me wrong, if you've got someone who's got a gun in the tail and they go, haha, pew pew, no problem, but it makes more sense to have it as a tail. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But to transform it, we're going to put the tail out straight, and then we're going to bring the front legs up and around, bring the back legs forward a little bit, and basically, let me just get this closer. There's a little notch in the top of the hip. Come on. Notch in the top of the hip there, and a little tab sticking out the top of the foot. So what we're going to do, really, come on camera. There you go. Bring this down. So that will go into there. And that's what you'll do each side. So just bring it around. Try and get the see it, there you go. And notch that into there. And make sure they're straight because they're on ball joints, so they might go out weird wacky angles. And make sure they're quite tidy. And then for the handle, you just fold the head in. And then you got a handle. And that is a sword, apparently. Although if someone was attacking you with that, you'd just put your hand and stop the big chunky bit. In fact, let me just try and move this around a bit more. There you go. Yeah, so if someone's trying to slash you with the blade up here, you just stop that bit. Ha-ha! Oh. Ha-ha! Oh. They'd have to be stood a bit further back and go, ha-ha! I've got you with this bit. I only paid like £3 for this and a blowpipe. I found them like really cheap in like, I think it was like B&M. So I only paid like £3, but still. Imagine the people who went out and paid like 12, 13 quid for these. I feel sorry for you. But let's get to Prowl. Because, you know, Prowl, Lion's Prowl. Maybe Prowl could have Lionizer. You can go, Whoocha, I'm Prowl, and now I have a sword. Because I'm well known for having a sword, I guess. And it doesn't look too bad. Maybe it'd work better on some of the bigger figures, like the Voyagers. I don't know. I'm not inclined to find out. But if you thought that wasn't cool enough, let's make it look like he's really swinging it really, really hard and really, really fast. Have like a blur effect, like it's a comic book. Whack. Like, what's it supposed to be? Is that supposed to be like fire or something? It's supposed to be energy? Because if it's on the back of the blade, it's not helping. What you're supposed to do, turn it around and go, haha, now I'm going to hit you with an axe. Like, what's it for? Just, I don't... See, I don't like these effects. I mean, these ones, I don't like, but I can understand. They have a purpose. This is just a kid having a lack of imagination. It's like, oh, I can't imagine what a sword would look like when it's moving really fast. That's what it is. That's what these blast effects are. It's people who've just got no imagination. And it's like, come on, guys, really? Come on. Come on, you can do better. Let's budge that. Let's transform it back. So pop the legs out, bring these back ones back, fold this all the way through, push the head through, and flip this bit up, because that's what you're supposed to do. And don't get me wrong, the legs on the ball joints is quite a good idea, because you can move them to, you know, make it look a bit more natural instead of them being stuck really straight. You can get them a bit more like splayed out. It's quite cool, but because of the lengths and stuff and the fact there's no extra hinges, you can only really get it so it's like flat. And that's about it. I mean, do you want to try and see if I can get into like a running pose? Well, that looks more like he's... It's one of those problems with quadruped transformers. You can't really balance them properly. They're not... It's one of those things that doesn't always work. And let's just put this over because I don't like it like that. So yeah, he's alright. Wow, have I really rambled on for like 8 minutes? Whoops. Yeah, he's alright, he's fine. He's just... If you can get him cheap, get him cheap. Don't pay too much for it. So, because I'm going to leave it there because I've talked too long about something this small. I should be ugly. I should be wretched. I shall see all of you in the next one. See ya.